So good morning, everyone. It's just gone 8 a.m. Indochina time, and I believe it's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Indochina time is Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, and Thailand in Southeast Asia. And we are looking at the 10-minute chart, 10-minute time frame on XAU USD. And Tokyo, the first candle, they pushed it up. Then they came right back down for the next three candles. And now Singapore and Shanghai have opened. And we had a little bit of a fake out towards the downside and now moving back up. So this is where we are. The start of Wednesday, 18th of March, 2026. And let's see what happens. Yesterday, at this time, Singapore and Shanghai, they moved it up quite a bit, actually. It was bullish for the first couple of hours. And I hesitated to go long because I was looking for a short trade. Gold is bearish on the 4-hour chart and the day chart. So I hesitated to go long, not take that trade, but got a short trade later in the session. So let's see what it's going to do today. It's looking very bullish already, just the first few minutes, just the first 5 minutes. And as you know, this is the trend line strategy. That I use particularly in the morning time for me. I use in the Asia market and also in the afternoon with the close of the Tokyo session. And sometimes can also use it in the New York session. But I use a slightly different strategy in the New York session. But here we are in the Asia session. Let's see what's going to happen. It's just now respecting our trend line here. If it should break above and close above, then my strategy tells me to go long. If it breaks below and closes below, then my strategy tells me to go short. And it looks like it wants to go long today. And on the 10-minute time frame, we got another 2.5 minutes on this candle. It's a big bullish candle for the first one, the first 10 minutes. I had a reject. No, sorry, 49.98. We had a rejection here at 49.98, 49.97. Definitely looks like it wants to be bullish. So we have another 1.5 minutes on this candle. If this closes above, then I'm likely to go long. I didn't do that yesterday. I know. And it turned out to be a good trade. I'm still not really keen to do that today because I know I can wait and get a good short trade later. Gold is still bearish on the day chart and the 4-hour chart. Let me just go to my other chart here and take a look. Yeah, still bearish on the 4-hour, still bearish on the day chart. Actually, looking at the day chart, oh, that's definitely bearish. Definitely bearish. In fact, that's making me want to, making me not really keen to go long here, looking at this day chart. You can't see it on the screen. I'm on a different monitor now. But I could have gone long right there. I'm gonna I'm gonna not take this trade today. Same thing I did yesterday. I know. Because I would just rather wait for an opportunity to go short. The bias is bearish. And oh, good morning, Howard, or good afternoon, I should say. Lunchtime for you. Are you cooking today or are you trading? Okay, I didn't jump on that second candle there, and I think I might have made the right decision today. We'll wait and see. These candles can change so quickly, you know. That's why I always prefer to wait till a candle closes before taking a trade. And this one seems to have topped out at 5015, at least for the moment. Let's see what it does. Still another 7 or 8 minutes on this candle here. You don't like the markets at the moment. Okay. Watching WTI casually. What in the world is WTI doing? Nothing. It's not moving. I look at it every day. I just look at the price. It's $94. I think it was $94 yesterday. We'll just switch over to that chart. No, it did make a move up sort of midday my time, and then fell back down. So it's kind of in that $94 range. Some big moves up, big moves down. It might be fluctuating with the changing news that we keep hearing. They're going to fix the Strait of Hormuz, and then they're not going to fix it, and it's going to stay closed. And I don't know. I don't trade oil, but if you trade oil, it looks like you can get some good trades occasionally if you're watching it closely. And a big move up yesterday in the close of Tokyo session. Then the New York session brought it back down. Back on gold now. So you don't like the markets at the moment? You mean you don't like gold at the moment? Or you just don't like the markets in general? We're setting up a new price structure here. This is what's happening. Last week it dropped down below 5069, which was a strong support level, and it came all the way down to about 4975. And now we're bouncing off of 4975. Every day this week we've bounced off of 4975. And let me put another line on my 4-hour chart here. Bouncing off of 4975 between that and 5029. It's setting up another consolidation zone. In fact, that's quite interesting, the 4-hour chart. While our 10-minute chart is not doing anything, let me go over and have a look at the 4-hour chart and just share that on the screen. I've got it somewhere here. Oh, it's not showing up for me there. Let me put it on another tab. Okay. And see if I can share this tab without breaking my internet connection. Oh, goodness. I think I just lost my screen. Yeah, I did. Let me go in here and get my 4-hour chart. And now we should be good. Okay, here we are on the 4-hour chart. And you can see quite easily we were in a consolidation period, and it broke above that structure there and didn't stay there very long, and it came back down here, and then it's broke this structure, and now we're in this consolidation zone here. Very tight one, actually, between 4975 and 5029. That's where it's staying this week. And probably will stay here until later today when we get the FOMC. So let me see if I can jump back to the 15-minute chart without breaking my internet connection again. Oh man, come on. Let me go back there and share that again. It won't let me do that for some reason. All right, we should be good now. Yeah, back on the 10-minute chart with gold. So we're in a consolidation zone and probably going to stay that way until the FOMC comes out later today. But in fact, this candle's not doing anything, coming back down. And we still have another minute and a minute and a half, another 90 seconds on this candle. So at least for the moment, I'm glad I didn't go bullish on that one candle right there. I hesitated just a little bit, looking at the long-term chart and still having that bearish bias. I decided not to go long today, and it looks like that was a good decision. So while we're talking about the calendar and the FOMC, let me see if I can jump over to the forexfactory.com, and there we are. This is what we have today for Wednesday. These are my time, Indochina time, Southeast Asia. 1 hour before Wall Street opens, we've got some manufacturing data on the U.S. economy. And then 15 minutes after Wall Street opens, we have the Canadian interest rate, the overnight rate they call it, and they're forecast not to change the interest rate, to keep it the same. So if you're trading the USD CAD, the AUD CAD, the pound CAD, the Euro CAD, anything with the Canadian dollar, you want to be watching that one. 15 minutes after Wall Street opens. But then the big one for us today, of course, is the FOMC, and that's the U.S. Federal Reserve will announce whether they're going to lower or raise or keep the interest rate the same. And it's forecasted that will keep it the same. And then there's a lot more news coming out tomorrow, as you can see here, the FOMC, and that's 1 hour after midnight, my time. I don't know what time it'd be for you guys down under. That's about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. So we'll go back to the gold chart. And see what's happening there. And sure enough, while I was talking, our next candle is turning bullish. That's okay. There's not a lot of momentum here in this first half hour, so I'm still going to stay with my decision to wait for a short trade. Okay, especially oil. Let's see, go back a little bit. You have 12 pair you're following? Oh my God. Following on the higher time frame, they're mostly going sideways. Um, okay, well, that's a different style of trading from me. I only look at one asset, and that's gold. And that's all I've looked at since late 2024. One asset, one time frame, one strategy. That's the way I trade. And then especially oil. Okay, you're especially watching oil. Yeah, it can be a good money maker if you, like I say, it's a lot of up and down movement lately. If you catch those moves, don't listen to you. You've lost interest at the moment. Howard, that's okay. I don't listen to anybody. I gave up listening to people a long time ago. Okay, yeah, it's always good to take a break. Always good to take a break. If things are not working for you, just step back. So there's a lot I wanted to talk about today, and a lot of this stuff keeps slipping my mind. Oh yeah, no, I wanted to go over here and look at the odd US because yesterday we had the interest rate was raised on the odd US, and the weird thing was, normally that's good for the Australian dollar, the raising the interest rate. But when the news came out, it went straight down. That was really unusual. I didn't expect that at all. But the market doesn't do what we expect it to do. It does what it does. And so, but that changed. That sentiment changed later in the day, and then you got a big move on the odd US. And that's what I would have expected, even right from the beginning of raising the interest rate. But for some strange reason, the market didn't like that and it went down. But then gradually, later in the day, it did go up. Typically, though, when the interest rate is raised on a currency, you will see an immediate gap up, a big move up on the currency. So let's go back to our gold chart here. Still not getting much movement here, but it has broken above my trend line. So it might get continued bullish movement. And I'm still going to wait for a short trade, which might come in maybe towards the close of the Tokyo session. I had a good one yesterday. Let's go back and look at yesterday. And this was where I was yesterday on the live YouTube. And I said I would not go bullish, although I had a break above my trend line in here. And then it turned out it would have been quite a good trade. But I said I was waiting for an opportunity to sell, and I found that opportunity right in here, right here, with the closing of the afternoon session of the Tokyo session, and got two really good trades. It started to go down, and it got to about right here, and then I added to that trade, and so two good trades. Just waiting for that bearish move. Since going bearish, I really prefer to wait for an opportunity to go short. And then I did not catch this one here. And then this is interesting too. This is right here on this big green candle. That's when Wall Street opened, right there. Wall Street opened, shot up, and then it fell back down, as you can see here. And I did not take this short trade because what I'm looking for, I was missing one factor. There was one factor in there to give me confluence that it was going to continue down. So I didn't take that trade. I hesitated. And I should not have hesitated, obviously. It's always easy to analyze the left side of the chart. And I hesitated. So I missed that short trade there because of the one extra factor I was looking for to give me confluence that that was going to continue down. And then it got down here, and this was like 2 hours later, and it had all the factors I'm looking for to take the trade in the other direction to reverse the trade, but I didn't. I hesitated because now it's turned bullish. It's reversing and going bullish, and I'm still in that same mindset that I don't want to go long when gold is bearish on the higher time frames. So I did not take a trade during the Wall Street session last night. And here we are back on our 10-minute chart. And gold is just playing with our heads today. Look at this. Oh, me. This is fun. I really like this. So far today, it's been all good decision. If you're new to the channel and just started watching, let me know where you're watching from. I do appreciate that. I like to hear where people are watching from. We get from all over the world, the US, South America, Latin America, Australia, New Zealand, Africa sometimes. And be sure and click that like button, smash that like button. That does help the channel. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do that. Click the little bell so you'll be notified. I go live here every Monday to Friday during the Asia session, which is right now this time. And of course, you see at the bottom of the screen there, there's a free trading course available. Absolutely free, no obligation. How do you get that? Well, just go to my website, and that website is this one here, rickrayfx.com. There's a tab at the top, says free course, and that will get you started. 10 video tutorial to help you get set up with a broker, with MT4, MT5, how to do pending orders, risk management, trading the news, everything you need to do, need to know to get started. Absolutely free, no obligation. And if you want to contact me directly, my messaging service is RickRayFX at RickRayFX on Telegram. That's my main messaging service that I use. I do have WhatsApp, but I don't use that very much. We don't use that in Thailand, although I do have it. And while I'm talking, every time I start talking, we get a big move on the candle. And now it looks bearish. Now that I've got these candles are finished, I'll just adjust the trend lines a little bit here. And let's see what happens now. So we came up to this pivot point for the day, which is 5,008. It's bounced above that a little bit, came back below, bounced above, came back below. It's kind of like a magnet, that pivot point, where that's where the currency or commodity will start the day, and it will move up away from that or move down away from that, and always kind of comes back to it. Nobody watching now. And we're 30 minutes into this Singapore Shanghai market. It could be that the market sentiment is they want to wait for the FOMC. And we might just get a lot of whipsaw action, a lot of sideways movement today. Could be. I'm not trying to predict the market. I'm not suggesting or recommending you take the same trades I do. This is just for educational purposes. It's up to you to manage your own account, to use good risk management, protect your capital, whatever you do. Always use a stop loss. So far with the first candle here, the Asia market, the Singapore Shanghai markets, we're not doing anything. It's just very, very boring. Sometimes that's the way it is. And then when you get totally bored, then the market starts to move. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Not much going on today. Doesn't look like I'm going to get any trade within the next hour or so. I'll probably come back during the close of the Tokyo session and see what's happening. That's in about 4 hours from now, and we'll see what the market is doing at that time. Just want to be sure and remind you that the FOMC is later today. That's in about 15 hours from now. Be sure and check forexfactory.com. That's a big mover and shaker, the interest rate on the U.S. economy, and we should get a lot of action. Very late for me here after midnight, but very early for those of you down under, I guess. And it'll be an afternoon session for you if you're in the U.S. So thanks again for being here. Thanks for your comments. Any questions or inquiries, leave them below this video. I will get back to you. And I wish you all the best of your trading today. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow.